say to y'all, it's first live, is it? No. But it is the first what a week it was of the new year. Yeah, we in here. We in here. Yeah, man. I think we got a great show tonight. I keep saying I think we got a great show. That's because I don't want to sound arrogant. I low-key feel like we're going to always have a great show. Why? Because we got the Rock With Me Nation up in here. Yeah, man. Thank y'all so much. Wait, listen, we got one person in here. I don't care. I don't care. That's enough. That's enough, man. Listen, 6 o'clock. Why 6 o'clock by 6:30? Get you in, get you out. Move it in, move it out. Okay, all right. Y'all, my FUBU jersey. Y'all like my old school FUBU jersey. It's old. I just don't really wear it. I feel like, damn, Theo, that thing look new. I don't really wear it. Grandparents now, auntie, mama now taught me to take care of my stuff. So if it's, I don't really like putting that wear and tear on my stuff. We got Groovy Fee in the building. Randall Brown, the Rock With Me Nation moderator, is in the building. Juju Rose is in the building and everything like that. I want to call this the Olive Branch episode. You're like, Theo, Olive Branch, yeah. Some things are bigger than you in life. Like you gotta realize that. You gotta realize stuff is bigger than you, and you gotta be able to see the forest for the trees. And as I look out and I see what's going on, let me see. Still got some of my old gear. Yeah, got to. As I look out in the world of entertainment, I see stuff. I don't always say stuff. Grandma and them, they taught me, grandma and granddad now, just because you see something don't mean you need to speak on it. I wish more than a few practice that mindset today. So I see stuff. I see brothers that I might not have talked to in a minute for whatever reason, feeling some type of way about how Jonathan Majors got done. I do. I do. I see that. And I see some brothers that I haven't spoken to in a minute, regardless of for whatever reason, feeling some type of way about that whole, we finna recast Kane situation. So with that being said, I feel the same way y'all feel. I feel the same way y'all feel. I do. And you know what we believe over here in the Rock With Me Nation? United voices are louder voices. We sure do. We sure do. What that mean? That means sometimes you got to put your pride to the side. Everybody, including myself, put your pride to the side and do what's right. Because at the end of the day, if we all saying the same thing, then you know what? It ain't about us individually. It ain't about us individually. And I see quite a few saying the same thing. Now imagine if everybody actually said the same thing at the same time. Imagine if everybody seen those individuals as a united front. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. So we're going to get the party started. I see we got 8 in here and everything like that. Like I said, we're going to make it do what it do. Let's go ahead and start it off like this. Congratulations to my brother D Real. He has hit the 500 mark and everything like that. Congratulations to my brother. That we're gonna start the show like that there. Congratulations to you. It was hard earned, hard work for, and everything like that. My brother has been making it do on his radio station in Alaska. He's been making it do with the action figures. He's been making it do with the comic book content. He's been making it do with the commentary. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. If you know him, growing, education is his thing. Edutainment is his thing. So shout out to my brother D Real and everything like that. Just wanted to let y'all know my brother has that going on. So let's get all up in here this evening. Like I said, y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me. So I appreciate that. D Steezel has a channel. Does D Steezel? D, all right, D, okay. All right. Now y'all know how we get down over here now. You got a channel. We gonna get off into this thing. What happens when high-profile black actors portray A non-black character. Shout out to my brother, Marshall. I was just talking to him about it and everything like that. It pays to touch these IPs, if you will, in every iteration they appear in. You don't know what winds up happening if you don't. And you're missing out if you don't take heed to those that do. So, Jonathan Majors. D-Real would like this one, so would Mr. Ray Smith. So, Jonathan Majors plays Kang the Conqueror. Now, if you're just an MCU fan, you are only experienced to Kang the Conqueror on Loki. And you're like, oh, wow, I like it. And you like Kang the Conqueror based off of Jonathan Majors' performance. If that's your first experience with Kang the Conqueror, you picking up what Jonathan Majors is putting down. Okay, well, an action figure came out right before that Loki series hit. I know I got it. Then, after Jonathan Majors popped up in Ant-Man and the Wasp Into the Quantumania, another Kang action figure popped up, except this one looked like Jonathan Majors in the face, except we never saw that action figure. That action figure did not come with an extra head sculpt. No, that action figure came with the blue face. Now, what if you only watch the MCU, you don't know that Kang the Conqueror popped up in an Avengers series as well. You don't know it. You don't know that right now Kang the Conqueror low-key is playing a role in the Ultimate Universe, that the Ultimate Comics that Marvel is launching in January. You don't know that right now Kang is playing a background role in the latest Avengers run that's out right now. You don't, which by the way has T'Challa in it, alive and well. You don't know that. What you also don't know is that Kang the Conqueror is white in each and every last one of those iterations. In each and every last one of those comics, he's white. So the casual person who was interested in Kang based on Jonathan Majors' performance, that person went to the comic book store. That person bought the action figure based off of Jonathan Majors' performance. Jonathan Majors as a black man has heightened the popularity of a white character. No different than Tanaka Huerta heightened the popularity of a white character. That character never changed race nor ethnicity in the comic book store. No, what that character did was get their own limited series comic book. That's what happened. Well, what did that do for the sub-Saharan community? What did his portrayal do for the Latino superhero? Nothing. What did Jonathan Majors' portrayal of Kang do for black characters? Black superheroes, black supervillains? Nothing. Everybody talked about his portrayal of Kang, and it was all that in a bag of chips. But imagine, if you will, and remember I said my brother D-Real and Mr. Smith would love this. Imagine if he'd have played Moses Magnum. Imagine if the actor that we saw show up in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, right? We know who he played. I can't remember his name right now. But imagine if he'd have played Achibe. We talk about Yahya Abdul-Mateen and his portrayal of Wonder Man. He's a great actor, right? Okay. Well, he's going to, him as a critically acclaimed actor, is going to highlight the exposure of a character that's white, whose ethnicity isn't going to change. Well, what could Yahya Abdul-Mateen do with Adam Brashear, Blue Marvel? Could we not get another Adam Brashear Blue Marvel action figure that's actually got his face on it? Could we actually not, would we not have purchased a Moses Magnum action figure with Jonathan Majors likeness? Would his portrayal of Moses Magnum on the big screen not have heightened that character's exposure in the comics? Are these not fair questions? I think they are. As a matter of fact, I know they are. I know they are because I touch these characters, much like my brother D-Real, much like Mr. Ray Smith, much like quite a few members in the Rock With Me Nation. We touch these characters in every iteration. So we see how the needle is moved. We see when the needle is moved. It's not a game. It's not a game. When you talk about black actors, they need roles. They need jobs. Okay. Well, there's quite a few black roles out there, but you never would know it. And you never would know the significance of the roles. Speaking of significance, Coleman Domingo replacing Jonathan Majors. Is this a recast? And if that's a recast, then what is Toussaint? Why do I ask that question? I ask that question because now, see, this is when I start looking at my people. Do we understand? Do we know? Do we care what the definition of recast is? Or we just going to keep practicing cognitive dissonance? And if we're going to keep practicing cognitive dissonance, and you know that's what you're practicing, why you keep snapping on your fellow brothers and sisters that's not practicing that along with you? Because we're not getting ready to introduce Kang Jr. as the recast of Kang, are we? Because that was the logic that was in regards to T'Challa, right? We are, because why is that not the rumor? Why is that not? I keep receipts and I'm literal. Like I'm an English major. I don't know what to tell you. So what you said today, I'm going to remind. I got a memory of an elephant, so I'm going to remind you about what you said yesterday, the week before, the year before, 10 years ago. No, I ain't forget. Wasn't that the logic? Okay, well, and this would be beautiful because Kang has all kind of variants, right? Right, cool. And we read comics, so we know there's actually young Kang out there who, by and large, that's Iron Lad, right? We are talking about the Young Avengers. Why are we not introducing Lil Kang? I think that's a fair question. Why aren't we introducing a little boy called Kang? Right? Give him a name like Carl Jr. Spelled with a K. And Kang got a woman. And Kang got a wife. Kang got a whole ass wife. Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Hell, we wrote, why Kang can't have a little bastard ass son like T'Challa? Introduce another young black actor out there, right? Right. Call him Young Kang. Say that's Kang's son. Right, right, cool. And say that's the recast of Kang. Why that logic ain't flying? Now, here's the thing. I'm not asking every ethnicity that question. I'm not. I'm not asking every race that question. I'm not. No. I'm asking those within the African American ethnic group. I'm asking those who claim they black and proud. That's who I'm talking to. If that was the logic you went with in regards to T'Challa being recast, and you find your happy ass always snapping on somebody on social media to defend that, okay, well, why you not being consistent? It's a black actor, right? It's a role, right? What's the difference? We recasting, right? Now I know what the definition of recast is. I don't give a damn who say what. I can read. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I can read. I'm never worried about somebody flipping it on me. I'm like, no, that's not what that means. I got too many A's. I got too many A's. Spelling, reading comprehension, definition. Yeah, I got too many A's, A plus. Kane legacy lives on through his son. Ravona, thank you so much, Caesar. Thank you so much. All this new MCU issues. Wait, what's going on, Mr. Martin? What's going on? What we getting steamy about? We see it. Probably makes more sense to give the action figures face drawn by the artist most recognized for drawing them. Yeah. I would have said so. I just like to ask questions, and I like to ask what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if we want to introduce a new Kane, because Jonathan Majors can't play the role no more. For whatever reason, he can't play it no more. Okay, well, and like I said, this make a whole lot of damn sense if you're a comic book fan. Young Kane, you sitting up here, look, oh, y'all got a lot of story. Y'all, that little Kane right now, oh, y'all got, why not? Why we can't tell old Kane's story through young Kane? Ain't that what we want to do with T'Challa's son? We want to tell T'Challa's story through his son and not tell his. Now that's crazy, because even with that, when you're not allowing that character to develop into their own, nobody gets that, nobody understands that. But by and large, you don't care. See, T'Challa, that's not. It should be if that's his son should have his own stories. I don't know why we got critically thinking brothers and sisters not tapping into that, but that's his son. His son should have his own stories, i.e., spin the legacy forward, not redo the legacy. Now you're gonna have him. That is the sickest damn. That say something about that. That sick as hell. That's sick as hell. Anyway. That is what's going on, Mr. Ray Smith. What's going on? That's sick. So if we're looking at it, because like I said, I believe in equal energy. Keep that same energy. That wouldn't be a recast. What's going on, Miss Keita? What's going on? That wouldn't be a recast. Why not? Why not? What's the difference? What's so different? Speaking of what's so different, I want to say shout out to Gray, who shared something with me on Twitter. Dumbledore. I was like, because I don't know what people be thinking, because I'm like, the explanation that folks be giving for stuff, cognitive dissonance, whatever you want to call it, we can call it quite a few things. Folks want to keep spinning stuff differently. And one of the things that they said differently about Dumbledore, I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Felix, Groovy Feet, shout out to Groovy Feet, he said, this is the reply I get when asked why the recasting of Dumbledore was key for the story. Response came from Shane, space ENG. Shane, you did this to yourself, so I'm going to make it do what it do, because I believe in giving people all the credit they deserve. Shane's response was, you don't understand the difference. There were 7 Harry Potter books with an overall tight story arc running through all of them. That wasn't the case for Black Panther. If Dumbledore had been a black character, they would have done exactly the same thing. They had to. Okay, cool. Let me see this real quick. What do we say over here? It should be hard to be stupid with a smart device in your hand. So me, I go to Wikipedia, hey, Dumbledore. Let's go back. When did this come about? 1997. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Harry Potter and the Deathly Dance. When was the character Dumbledore created? That's what when did the Harry Potter book start? Is what I want to know. And the reason why I asked that question is because, well, I understand what the person is saying. I do. I do. But T'Challa been around since 1966. How many Black Panther books we got? See, that tells me right then and there, when somebody says something like that, they really don't give two damns about your character. It's common knowledge that T'Challa been around since 1966. And I think it's safe to say T'Challa has been in more books than Dumbledore. I think it's safe to say that. But see, that person will use, and more likely than not, that's going to be somebody who does not care about what you care about. And that's somebody who's going to think you don't understand what they're saying. They're using themselves, their knowledge, their character to devalue you, your knowledge, and your character. They could be younger than you. They could be older than you, but what they aren't is they aren't as experienced as you are in regards to both characters. They don't think you know what that means. Why? Now, I could call it entitlement and stay right there. I could. But if I know Dumbledore's been in 7 books, then why they don't know how many books T'Challa been in? And if that logic flies in regards to Dumbledore, regardless of who you are as a Harry Potter fan, then why doesn't that logic fly back in regards to T'Challa? Regardless of who you are. I could call it quite a few things. I could call it entitlement, and I will. And then I'm going to call it cognitive dissonance. Now, entitlement is code for one thing, and cognitive dissonance, that's code for something else. That's me being nice this evening. Did I say something wrong? When was Dumbledore created? Because I see who the in-universe information is. I don't care about it. I got Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in 1997. That's what I got. 1960s to 1997, headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Like, when were the Harry Potter books created? Harry Potter books. When was that created? Somebody hit me up in the comment section and let me know when the Harry Potter books were created. Let me see here. Wow. 1997. Published June 26, 1997. You know what that means? T'Challa been around longer than Dumbledore. T'Challa been around longer than Harry Potter. You know what we're not gonna ever have happen? T'Challa been around longer than any character in Harry Potter. Any character. You can Google it. You know it. I'm gonna know it. They gonna know it. But that don't matter. Don't matter how long T'Challa. Good God Almighty Jesus! Like, I ain't trying to be funny. Let me hold on, because y'all know I can't add unless it's got a dollar sign in front of it. Hold on for a second. What we say? 1966. What we say? 1997. So hold on. 1997 minus 1966. T'Challa got everybody in the Harry Potter universe by 31 years. That's not good. Because I know that's what people use to say why Batman and Superman are greater than T'Challa, or more significant than T'Challa, because they've been around longer than T'Challa. That's what people like to throw around when people say recast T'Challa, why we keep getting Batman, Superman movies in comparison to T'Challa, Black Panther, because they've been around longer, they're more established. Well, why that logic don't fly over here? Why that logic don't fly over here? Now I got two reasons, and I'm gonna stay with them right there. That's me being nice. Entitlement and cognitive dissonance. That's me being nice. Let me make sure I keep up with these notes and everything. Like I said, thank y'all so much. Happy New Year to y'all and everything. Shout out to my brother D Real once again. Congratulations on reaching 500. Let me see. Paul, you took the word straight out of my mouth. They literally did that, and they probably asked to play some of the roles we are talking about now. Especially when, let me see. Hold on. Y'all got it popping in there. Let me see. One black actor says he wants to play a villain. Random fans greater. He should play Kane. What's going on? Let me see. Chiwetel playing Mortal and Idris playing Heimdall. I'm hindsight was silly. Took them out of the running for bigger black Marvel comic character roles. Here's the crazy part. Idris did an interview where he said he was sick and tired of superhero movies. Then popped up over there in Hobbs and Shaw, where he was basically playing a supervillain. That's what was funny to me. I was like, no, that's not what that is. You don't like the fact that you're not being used. That's what that is. You thought, man, I'm Heimdall, man. I'm watching the Rainbow Bridge. But bro, I'm about to beat no. Chiwetel, man, that dude, I love him better in the Inside Job. That's a favorite movie of mine with him, Chiwetel Ejiofor, him and Denzel Washington in the Inside Job, because they were some plum fools in that movie. But him, Mordo, you think you getting you know Benjamin Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange. So you thinking, oh yeah, you thinking you about to low-key ride that coattail and nope. That's crazy. Because I got you. Now, mind you, watch this. Chiwetel, I got both your action figures as Mortal. That first one looked nothing like you. It didn't. It looked nothing like you. But watch this. We say black represent. Y'all come on, watch. Oh, come on, somebody. Y'all watch where I go with this. Ooh, good God Almighty Jesus. Come on, somebody. Ooh, I'm finna set this chair up like this right here, y'all. What I say? I say I got both Mortal action figures. Yep, I got the one with the locks. I damn sure did. I did. That action figure Wade. I ain't want nobody but him. And this what we talking about on Earth 421. Y'all watch where I go with this one. Y'all watch where I go. I bought the action figure, and I looked at the action figure, and I said, something is missing. Something is missing. I heard Keith Sweat singing in the background. Something just ain't right. Just ain't right. My dog was missing the eye Agamotto. See, on my Earth, he the Sorcerer Supreme. I know, I know I got Brother Voodoo too. I got Brother Voodoo too. But y'all know I got a preference for MCU action figures over just the comic book action figure. Right. My dog was missing the eye Agamotto. Ask my wife what I did. I went to eBay. I sure did. I went to eBay, where you can get accessories and stuff like that. You ain't just got to get the action figure. No. And I typed in Agamotto. I damn sure did. And somebody was selling quite a few. The Agamotto for about $10. Now the action figure I got brand new. This what we good God Almighty. See, when James Brown said I'm black and I'm proud, the action figure was $24.99. The Agamotto was $10. I was happy to pay for it. I damn sure did. And you know where the Agamotto is right now? It's on my action figure's neck. It's on Mortal's neck. And if I felt like y'all really wanted to see it, I'd dig it out right now. But all them action figures right there, it's there. But it's there. That on my Earth, the brother is the Sorcerer Supreme. The hell y'all got going on? What the hell y'all got? Deal, you did reboot. if they did reboot during the after Secret Wars, who would you want in control of the character franchise directed on you? That's not a fair question, Jay. I understand your question. I do. Good God Almighty, these. I do. And I do. I understand your question. I do. It is a great question. What I'm going to say is this, and this is going to sound absolutely arrogant as hell. Like it would sound, it's gonna sound arrogant as hell. It's gonna sound conceited as hell too. Me. I don't have an agenda to push. I care about those characters. All of them. The folks that I talk to within the Rock With Me Nation, they are knowledgeable people in regards to the characters, and they care about each and every last one of the characters. And it does not matter who that character is. It does not matter. I know people might think I'm the sharpest pencil in the box. No, I would be lying if I said that, but I do listen. I do not mind being sharpened, my knowledge being sharpened. I do not trust anybody right now in Hollywood regarding any superheroes, whether they be from DC or whether they be from Marvel. They're not demonstrating a lack of knowledge. They're not demonstrating they're not demonstrating that they have the knowledge, and they're not demonstrating that they have the care nor the concern. So I don't trust. Right now, it's a money grab. That's why they throwing stuff at the wall. Well, I'm gonna do this, well, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna throw this character out there. And the characters that they're giving, the demographics that they're catering to, those aren't the characters that those demographics want, which is why those projects don't succeed. Eternals flopped because he was trying to appeal to somebody, and I keep chiming that horn. You would have gotten a much better reception if you did Alpha Flight. A much better, bigger, positive reception. Alpha Flight would have had every demographic in it, and it wouldn't have seemed forced. It wouldn't have been forced. It would have just been an organic story that would have dealt with individuals on a superhero team coming from different demographics. Hell, the fact that it would have been a superhero team from Canada would have been, I would have think, would have been another plus in the factor of it, because we ain't seen that explored yet. Like, if you were going, that's me. I don't trust anybody else. I don't trust anybody else. I'm sorry. I don't. I know that sounds arrogant. I know that sounds egotistical. That sounds conceited. But aside from myself and the people that I interact with, I don't trust anybody. It's some YouTubers I don't trust, because if Marvel keeps listening to the people that they're listening to, superhero fatigue is going to be the least of their concerns. I'm just going to say it like that. Actors were replaced in Game of Thrones too. Early novels dropped in the 90s. Absolutely. They talk of Superman and Batman, but they didn't debut with a $1.3 billion movie, though, did they? No, they did not. Randall Brown, not necessarily. Some MCU actors have played multiple characters. Chris Evans. Chris Evans. I'm going to use that as a segue. We talk so often about how there was no one else that could replace Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. Even though we know Chadwick Boseman's mindset was that we're sick and tired of black actors being pitted against one another, which is when you take less roles off the table. That's what you're essentially doing. What we also alluded to was having more black actors on the screen at the same time. Now, roles such as Batman, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Superman, when we're talking genres, movies that you're going to be in, those are the roles that you aim for. Now, mind you, those roles aren't open to everybody. And what do I mean by that? We're not doing no Asian Superman. Just cut that out. We're not that. That movie is never going to be made. I know there was some talk couple of years ago about a black Superman movie. No, that you saw what happened with that one. All that was speculation in your window. You're not gonna get there. And we saw how successful Flashpoint was with Supergirl, right? No, that was supposed to be Superman. Everybody knew it. Not a brunette Supergirl. No, that was supposed to be black hair, blue eyes, with an S curl, spit curl. That's who that was supposed to be. Everybody knew it. Well, folks know how significant those roles are. Ben Affleck played Batman. That was a role. Tom Holland. Well, okay. Well, Tom Holland been in quite a few movies, but the one that headlines him is Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Make no mistake about it. T'Challa is the definitive role for black men in the superhero genre. It's T'Challa. If you played T'Challa, no differently than if you played Thor, no differently than if you played Tony Stark, no differently than if you played Steve Rogers. Those are trampoline roles. Theo, trampoline, yeah. You jump on them, you going up. You jump on them roles, you going up. They let you jump on that trampoline, you going up. And those actors know it. Even so much so to the point, and you can Google it, when Chris Evans found out he was in the running for Steve Rogers, this dude almost had a panic attack. That's how he saw that role. Wait, Steve Rogers? Hold on. That role has a lot of weight to it. You got to be somebody with that role. You can't cha-cha with that role. That role will make you question yourself as an actor. Do you have the chops to pull this off? Because you know who Steve Rogers is. It's no different than when you look at how your boy felt about Superman. Yep. Henry Cavill. That was an honor to be cast as Clark Kent. That role meant something. That role was a highlight. And mind you, to be perfectly honest with you, that role was a highlight in quite a few actors' careers. It was. Dean Clark. What is Dean Clark most known for? Dean Cain. Dean Cain. What is Dean Cain mostly known for? Okay. What is Tom Welling known for? Not Tom Welling. What's the brother Smallville? What is he known for? Brandon Routh played two superheroes, and really, we only care about one that he played because that's his definitive role. And Christopher Reeve, George Reeve. Hell, watch this one. Mr. Mom, what's his definitive role? No. What's his definitive role? I said Robert Downey Jr. Okay, well, I like Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock Holmes. I know, and I've seen him in quite a few movies, by the way. I have. Molly Ringwald, yeah. But his definitive role, and he used that role to springboard trampoline to do some other stuff. I like Chris Evans. I was rocking with Chris Evans before he got in the MCU, but we're not going to act like Chris Evans didn't use the role of Steve Rogers to springboard into other roles. Okay, I can do this all day. Chris Hemsworth. Okay, he was Captain Kirk's father. He was matter of fact, here we go. Chris Pratt. Yeah, I know he was on The Office. Yeah, I know he was on The Office. I know he was on The Office. And I liked him in Wanted. He was hilarious in Wanted. I did. I laughed at that. But Star-Lord. Star-Lord. Okay. So now if I can say all that, I watch movies. I'm not a racist. I enjoyed every last one of them. Every last actor that I've watched perform those roles, I enjoyed them. And each one of those actors in their own different styles exuded the qualities of Clark Kent, i.e. Superman, i.e. Kal-El. Okay, well, if you my age, 10 years older, 10 years younger, how you don't know that? Now, if you don't know it, but you know everything about the other if you don't know what I know about T'Challa, but you know everything about the actors and the characters that I just named, let me say it one more time. If you don't know anything about T'Challa, who's been around since 1966, but you know everything about Dumbledore, the actor that played him, and all them other actors and characters I just named, then it's either one or two things. And this is me being nice. You're either being entitled deliberately, or you're practicing cognitive dissonance deliberately. And both of those words are code for me saying something else. They are. Both of those phrases are code for me saying everybody speaking in code. That's me speaking in code. People like to be microaggressive, racially microaggressive, genderly microaggressive. Well, I'm being microaggressive with that terminology. Passive aggressive, if you will. Keep the party going and everything like that. The dude that played Mortal has way more potential than Benedict, in my opinion. They should have had him being the big bad in the second movie, and they trampled him in the second movie. I would have liked to see more character development than what they gave us in the second movie. And Jason Momoa is totally playing Lobo after playing Aquaman. Watch this. That money, and money. We talk about growing wealth, circulating wealth in the black community. Well, he ain't black. That money growing. Now, if you look at him and who all he related to, I would love to have that for us. I would, but go get it, Randall Brown. That's who he should have been from Jump Street. Nico Bean, yeah, he's in that Illuminati. Heroes for Hire. They haven't even done a street level Marvel project yet. Please don't get me started on how they effed up the Illuminati. Please just Defenders was pre-MCU street level, yeah. Watching Yahia as Black Manta, he would be a great T'Challa of Blue Marvel or Brother Voodoo. Why the hell is he playing Wonder Man? His agent. Juju, I said the exact same when I watched Aquaman too. Kong Keenan is the Chinese Superman. I didn't hear James Gunn mention him once. He turned it down 3 times. He knew it would define his career going forward. It was a reason why Dave Bautista said, I'm good. Now, do we think Dave Bautista is waving bye-bye to the Guardians of the Galaxy film franchise if Drax is used in a more credible light? Just asking a question, because Dave Bautista wants to be viewed as a credible actor. Now, whether you do or you don't, that's up to you. But he wants to be viewed as a credible actor. Well, how do you get viewed as a credible actor if the role you're going to be known for is you being a laughing stock? This is not what we're doing with Jamie Foxx. And Jamie Foxx came out as a comedian. Development. Well, even he didn't want to be linked up to a character that wasn't going to further his career. Batman and Beetlejuice. I mean, I like my Aldous Hodge was good as Hawkman. He was outstanding. As I said, yes, I think it was yesterday I said on the live, he was outstanding as Hawkman. Like, as far as I was concerned, I felt like the skin tone was right, regardless of what ethnicity we talking about. Because I'm like, I'll be like, no, I don't know why we keep doing that. You can't keep colonizing everything. Like, I like Hawkman, but I like Hawkman. Watch this. I like Hawkman. I like the Silver Scarab. I do. I don't want to buy. I like Green Lantern. I like Obsidian. I like Jade. I like Hawkgirl. I like Fury. I like Mark Spector, Moon Knight. I do. I like that. It's just some stuff comics have taken liberties with that people have just went along with and have went along with for so long that if you were to change them today, they would get in their feelings. Crazy, because the same people that got in their feelings about, watch where I go with this one. The same folks that got an attitude about Ariel being black, them the same folks that got an attitude with Mark Spector being portrayed by the actor he was portrayed with. But them same folks who say that Ariel should be white, cognitive dissonance, they feel like the dude who Khonshu blessed should be white too. I'm like, no. You know, Mark Spector is Jewish. He not Egyptian, he Jewish. So he don't get blessed by the Egyptian God. No, going on over there. Go over there. Go way over there. Marvel, you done killed him off. Guess what I'm saying right now? Don't bring him back as the fist of Khonshu. And you got Khonshu locked up in Asgard. Fine. When you bring Khonshu back, keep his ass up out of Egypt. That ain't where he should have been in the first damn place. And maybe that's why Mark Spector is walking around here with all them damn voices in his damn head, because he's just as confused as the damn deity he's supposed to be worshiping. Ain't no way in hell. That's crazy. I never got that damn story. I never got it, nor did I like it, because I'm like, hell no. Brian E. Hill writes for TV, film, and comedy. He's doing a good job elevating Blade. I put him into consideration. Hey. Now, if we're talking comic book writers, yeah, we can choose from any one of them. But don't ask me to choose from nobody in Hollywood. I misunderstood the question. I'm sorry, Jay. Don't ask me about a comic book writer. I can rock with them. I don't want nobody in Hollywood touching nothing in regards to. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody in Hollywood touching superheroes, any superhero going forward. Comic book writers, my bad, I misunderstood your question. I'll go with that. I'm loving the new Blade. Man, listen, I got to blame that latest issue of Blade to y'all, Brian. You know what Brian Hill is giving me? That's Blade 5 or Blade 4. That I did a review on it. I'm like, damn, this Blade 4. Like, I don't know what the hell taking y'all so damn long to get a damn script. This dude doing it. Yeah, see, this what wind up happening when you keep wanting to hire people that ain't comic book fans that don't know a damn thing about the character. This damn dude. We up to issue 6. Like, what is you doing? like I don't know what he got going on. I don't. But hey, I don't know why we don't talk to comic book writers. I know, yes I do. Because Nate Moore, comic book fans send up a red flag. That's crazy. Comic book movie company, but hiring a comic book fan to help write the script or to write the script sends up a red flag. Damnedest thing. Kevin Feige tells people that say they comic book fans to tune down their nerdom. Craziest damn thing. You think about why you get movie flops. And folks act like they don't hear what the people that run the business are saying. I don't think we could ever have anybody use that type of logic with an NBA team, an NFL team, a baseball team, a retail franchise. I don't think we could ever do that, but that's what we got going on. And people keep acting surprised. But hey, it is what it is. I want to make sure I stay on top of his notes. I agree his daughter Bloodline is a good character too. I gotta keep up with that. Mark had maybe 7 to 8 different incarnations since the 80s. Listen, Keep him out of New York. Listen, keep him out of Egypt. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that. Keeping the party rolling though. I want to make sure I stay on top of these notes because, like I said, y'all could have been anywhere this evening. Y'all chose to be here. Thank y'all so much. So, the new Avengers lineup. We talking comic books because the new Avengers lineup in the comic. Okay. So the new Avengers lineup. Let me see if I got this right. Let me see if and it's a rumor. It's a rumor, but you know, hey, low key where there's smoke, there's fire. low key where there's smoke, there's fire. So I just want to take a look at this because I saw this and I was like, y'all got to be kidding. And I'm like, how would you? It's some stuff you should just shoot down if you Marvel. It's some stuff that you should just shoot down. You'd be like, hell no. Kind of like what Brian Hill did when Brian Hill said, hey, I heard there was some questions about who the Black Panther is in my comic. It's T'Challa. See how he shot that down? The hell y'all got going on? No. I'm gonna tell y'all who I got. I'm doing T'Challa. So get all that foolishness, that nonsense out your head and everything like that. I'm trying to figure out this picture and everything. I'm trying to get here. I'm trying to figure. But supposedly they got a new team of Avengers, right? And so my question is, who put that team together? Who put that team together? Who looking at that team saying, I can make money? Who looked at that team and said, I can make money? Like that, I got all the money with that one right there. I'm trying to get to it, y'all. Y'all hold on. Let me see here. And this is the reply I get when I asked, child, I haven't expressed. It's an iconic role to play. Oh, let me see here. Keep going. Dang, I'm trying to get here. You got to be careful going back and forth with trolls, too. Come on, Theo. This from someone calling. Got a comment about Grace Jones from I apologize. There you go. Anyway, I thought I was gonna be able to find it, but I can't. I'm trying. Anyway, y'all got it for me. Let me see if y'all got that new Avengers roster. B, what's going on, my brother from another? Congratulations, big brother. Congratulations once again on reaching that 500 and everything like that. Shout out to you. My brother D Real is in the building and everything like that. Y'all give it up to him. My brother did. Go ahead and reach that 500 mark. Shout out to you, brother. Making that jump and everything like that. Let's see. I did not. That's crazy. I thought I did. Let me see. Marvel Studios. Can't believe what Grace said. But yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay, here we go. Nico, why you ain't tell me you sent this to me? You should have been the first one talking about, hey, no, Theo, I sent that to you. So, She-Hulk, Ant-Man, Wasp, Star-Lord, Captain Marvel, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, Shang-Chi, Shuri is Black Panther, and the Hulk. I don't know one comic book fan going to go see that. I don't know one, especially since you've had no world building, no cross building relationships with these characters. I don't know one comic book fan going to go see that Avengers lineup. I don't. I don't. And watch this. I don't even see you selling no merch. Like you could do a whole damn wave of that movie, and ain't nobody finna buy that crap. Nobody. Now, mind you, that's the current Avengers lineup. Make sure I do that right. Now that's the current Avengers lineup. That's a nice group. You first of all, I got because I'm looking at this. Nobody in this group has a relationship except for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Nobody. Sam don't know Shorty. Shorty don't know Sam. I don't nobody. Jennifer and her Bruce, they don't nobody know who the hell Shang-Chi is. I don't even know who don't nobody know who Carol is. And if this is what we're doing, why Monica Rambeau not in this? Where's War Machine at? Oh. Because as a brother, I'm still looking at this and I'm like, where the rest of my heroes at? And what happened to Okoye? According to Endgame, ain't she low-key a member of the Avengers? She not on the roster no more? She gave that up to Shorty? Why? Ain't she a Midnight Angel right now? Damn all that. That's the MCU. I'm buying the comic books. Damn all that. I got the comic books. Now watch this. You ready? Here's why I'm asking the question. I'm going to go back. IPs, touching these IPs in all iterations. Okay, let's play. I already got the She-Hulk action figure. I actually got two of them, the gray one and the green one. I got an Ant-Man and the Wasp action figure. I did. I bought them when I bought the Bill Foster action figure. I did. I'm not going to buy this version of Star-Lord. Know why? Because I was rocking with the Guardians of the Galaxies back in the day. So the Star-Lord that I want, Starhawk, because he don't look like this. I don't want Star-Lord. I don't have him at all. Don't want him. Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, quite a few action figures. Don't need to replace her. Sam Wilson, that version of the Falcon. Got two of them. Don't need him no more. Scarlet Witch, well, she's up there. She's up there. You saw it, right? I don't need another one of her. Shang-Chi, got that action figure. Definitely don't need him. Don't. Because I actually got that exact same Shang-Chi. Hulk, I do need a Hulk action figure. As far as I'm concerned, they ain't made what I want as far as the Hulk yet. But am I not basically saying that I got every damn action figure that these characters represent, aside from two of them? One of them I don't want. I'm who the Marvel Cinematic Universe needs to move, because this is merch. I'm not inclined to buy none of it. That lineup at all. You didn't want to take that into consideration? Which is crazy, because if you buy action figures, you would know that the action figures they make the most of frequently, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, not in that order. Iron Man action figure got to come out damn near every time they drop an action figure wave for no reason. Okay, well, that should tell you right then and there who you need to probably be putting in movies. Where's Iron Man at right now? In the Avengers. Where's Thor at right now? In the Avengers. Where's Captain Marvel at right now? In the Avengers. You know what you're not going to do? Marvel Comics is not going to let you do? They're not going to let you take this team. Marvel Comics is not going to do a comic book supporting this team. And do you know why? Because ain't no comic book fan checking for this team. Ain't no comic book fan checking for this team. Ain't no comic book fan checking for this team. No comic book fan will be checking for the merch. No comic book fan checking for the merch. Do you know what that means? The movie ain't no comic book fan checking for the movie. You know what that means? Movie not gonna do the numbers. You got a lot of high profile actors in this picture. You gotta pay off. You not gonna make that money back, and every comic book fan know it. I don't. Ant-Man and Wasp has been nothing but comedic side of the MCU with no serious tone to it. They couldn't even get Bill Foster right in the sense that they could have had with the series. Nope. The MCU makes some characters OP and nerf others, all cause no one reads comics. Exactly. Scott equals meh. Evangeline should have been young Janet. Carol is powdered toast woman. Ain't nobody checking for that. Ain't nobody. There's been literally little to no character development. Student of the game. That lineup means the MCU are preparing for the upcoming draft. I'm digging the sports analogy. That lineup means the MCU are preparing for the upcoming draft that's loaded like the 2003 NBA draft. T'Challa, X-Men, Deadpool, and Blade are the top prospects they're looking to draft. But hey, what do we know? We just spend the money. Shaun T is supposed to be training Peter Parker in the ways of Spider in the Kung Fu area of martial arts. That's literally the only thing I look forward to when they announce him to the MCU. Yeah, well, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. None of these characters on that roster were adapted correctly. And every comic book fan knows it. Now, you gonna get because who got pissed off about the She-Hulk series? Casual fans loved it. It was the comic book fan. Okay, well, how did the She-Hulk series? That wasn't critically acclaimed. And every comic book fan told you what they did not like about it and was very, very specific about what they did not like about. Very specific, very articulate. What people keep saying, superhero fatigue. You know what? That's crazy as hell. Every comic book fan I've heard talk is very, very articulate about what they're saying is wrong with the superhero movies. And nobody has, as of yet, a comic book fan to say, I'm tired of superheroes. But I know we go to the we keep going to the comic book store. I don't, but then again, the people that we're listening to, they're not comic book fans. The people that Marvel is listening to, they aren't comic book fans. No, they exist to consume Marvel content. That's their job. Their job is to promote Marvel content. They're not going to necessarily talk the comics. I can't say they right. I can't say they wrong. But what can I say with this? I said this was the Olive Branch episode, didn't I? I said this was the Olive Branch episode. Segue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my grown man draws, my big boy draws. And I'm going to mention some names. Now, if the names get offended, then they're not going to take it for what it is. So here we go. I look at social media accounts, and I'm going to start with D-Real. That's my brother. I'm going to start with him. I see how he feels about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Shout out to ATL Blurred. I see how he feels about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Black Comic Lords. See how you feel about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Student of the game. I see how you feel about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Blues House. I see how you feel about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Back of the bus. I see how you feel about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Hunger. I see how you feel about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Dre Mack. I see how you feel about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. E-Man, I see how you feel about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Cornelius, I see how you feel about Jonathan Majors and the MCU. Whether we communicate or not, for whatever reason, valid, not valid, real, not real, childish, not childish, for whatever reason, we all feel the same way. We all feel the same way. That's crazy. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because as my brother Marshall would say, real recognize real. Okay. Well, with the Rock With Me Nation, we say united voices are louder voices. That's what we say. We all feel Jonathan Majors was done dirty. And by and large, when I listen, read everybody's comments, like I said, grandma, granddad raised me. Just because you know something don't mean you need to speak on it. By and large, we all feel the same way. So by and large, is it better for us to move as individuals or is it better for us to move as a unit? Black representation, Black imagery, Black integrity. They say leaders build bridges. Well, because everybody is not going to be able to speak on everything the same way. They're not. Some know more than others. Well, Jonathan Majors got done dirty. We feel that way. We done with the MCU. Okay. We want to educate folks and as to why we're social media influencers, are we not? Okay, well, I'm just asking a question because I see it, I hear it, and it's no differently than when I watched Grace Jones segue. When I watched Grace Jones mention how they were going to kill off T'Challa. It wasn't the question of whether or not they were going to kill him off. The question of whether or not they was going to do it on screen or off. Well, we saw it was off screen. A little bit on, but off screen. No different than how I felt when I saw E-Man do his video, that live, that Sunday morning, and I saw him tear up. Had nothing to do with differences at that point in time. No, I saw another brother. I saw a fellow Black man being hurt. I didn't care for that. I didn't like that. That made me feel some type of way. Well, no different. Speaking of Grace Jones, am I saying that right? Grace from Beyond the Trailer. Nice little segue because she has something to say. Margot Robbie, y'all familiar with that? Margot Robbie, what she got going on? Nothing bad. Margot Robbie, on if she will continue playing Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn ain't been around since has not been around as long as T'Challa. Crazy. See, this is either an entitled mentality. Well, no, it's not, or cognitive dissonance, or both. Grace Randolph. Margot Robbie says, I always wanted Harley to be a character that would get passed on to other actresses to play. The way there are so many iconic male characters, that's always the dream for her. Grace Randolph's response. Grace Jones. Kept saying Grace Jones. That's crazy. That's a positive, healthy attitude. I love it. That's a positive, healthy attitude. I love it. Now, why did I mention all of the names of the YouTubers that I just mentioned? Because we're gonna be the only ones that's gonna speak on it. We're the umbrella. Does no good for us to be separated. I'm gonna be honest with you. It does no good whatsoever. Because nobody else is going to speak on it. Nobody else is going to shed light on it. They aren't. Because you saw what Grace did. You heard what Grace did. And if you don't, I'll play it back for you. See, Grace, when Black Panther first came out, she wanted to issue a warning to people before they went because of the tribalism in the movie. It's crazy. I don't get issued a warning before I go see any movie that's got Jesus Christ in it. Nobody warns me about colonialism. Nobody warns me about how the slave imagery might make me feel some type of way. No, Grace Randolph chose to caution, warn people that look like her who do not believe in African anything, culture, language, religion, fine, none of that. She needed to, hey, they're going to be practicing something different when you go see this movie. So be careful because it might influence you. It might make you feel some type of way. That's what she did. Then when it came about to Black Panther 2, oh, there was no sympathy. There was no empathy from neither her nor New Rock Stars. Anybody that worked at New Rock Stars who may or may not be working at New Rock Stars now, there was no sympathy. There was no empathy. There was no understanding. No, the character's dead. And that honors Chadwick Boseman. Crazy. Because she can quote Margot Robbie, but I've never heard her quote Chadwick Boseman. You know who I've heard quote Chadwick Boseman by and large? The names of the YouTubers that I just mentioned. Whether we talk or not. But you know who drug Chadwick Boseman's name through the mud? Do you know who used Chadwick Boseman's name as a way to get paid? Folks like Grace Randolph. Folks like New Rock Stars. Folks like Nate Moore. Folks like Ryan Coogler. So, if we know there's a problem, what we gonna do? I ain't got time to stand up here and fight one another. Because in fighting one another, we doing somebody else's job for them. We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, which low key to a degree we're doing right now. We're just not organized with it. You got something to say about Jonathan Majors? I got something to say about Jonathan Majors. D-Real got something to say about Jonathan Majors, and it's just a little bit different than what I got to say, what D-Real got to say, and what you got to say. Shout out to Pam Entertainment. Because we've been talking about Recast T'Challa for quite some time now, and even she coming to the party adds something different to the party. Well, that's what we all do. If they're going to be united to tear us down, if they're going to be united to destroy our imagery, and when I say they, I'm not speaking of one specific race. No, I could really say I'm talking about the man. I could say I'm talking about the system, because the system doesn't necessarily have one race in it. No, the system looks at you and treats you and speaks to you in a different way. Well, if we see the problem with the system, we believe in Black imagery, we believe in Black representation. We agree that Jonathan Majors got done dirty, and we agree that we're about sick and tired of what Disney has going on. Then we don't have time to fight each other. We don't have time to bicker with each other. No, we have just enough time to do what our forefathers did in the 60s and 70s. We have just enough time to do that. Let me make sure I keep up with these notes and everything like that. Let's see here. Nico Bean, non-Thor fans loved it. Respect. Even in Thor: The Dark World, they slapped us in the face with Malekith being impressed by Loki betraying Thor. But no, we wanted to make him the other kind of trickster. Absolutely. Build him an animal kingdom or something like that. Nico Bean, Grace's greatest hit concept consists of Wakanda Animal Park and Tesseract Pocahontas. Let's go here. Nico, and how about this? Thor Ragnarok, do you know how much money they lost on what they decided to make it campy and confusing? Hey man, that's what they want to do. That's the mentality of every actor in Hollywood except for Harrison Ford. Nico says, see, I'm learning new things every day, and the fact that the MCU is literally the mashup of the Ultimate Universe and the 616 goes to show that they didn't know which one to choose. Zango Fett is in the building. What's going on? Grace Randolph, yep. So, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. Make sure I got the notes and everything like that. So yes, if Margot Robbie, and if you think about what we've been talking about this entire episode, the English language is fluctuating. The English language is fluctuating, and expectations are fluctuating. Let's look at this. The confusion of fake concern and how it keeps the people divided. All this. Consistency. Recast takes the word recast, the definition of it takes on a whole different meaning. I'm going to say this, if you can't let that be what that is. And maybe because I mentioned names because we're supposed to be cool with each other, or at least we were supposed to be. And I don't say anything maliciously. So I'm going to say this. When we taking a look at what folks are saying, shout out to Blue, because I can mention Blue name and Blue take that for what that is. Being conveniently black. Okay, well, you know Shorty's story. You can't let it be where folks come to you and speak that fake outrage and you know differently. That can't be what you do. It can't be something that shows up on your timeline and you don't challenge it. It can't be something that comes up in your comment section and you don't check it. The stereotype that black folks don't read, okay, go with that. Well, if they ain't reading, then they depending on the ones who do read, watch this, to lead them down the path of righteousness. Okay, well, they following you. They following us. We read. We can't mislead them. It's way too many people out here with their microaggressions. I said it. That's the new word that we're saying. It used to be narcissism, misogyny. Now it's micro, because that's what it is. It can't be people that's coming on your timeline saying something crazy, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter, and you're supposed to be the expert and you don't check them. You got to. Because if you don't, it's more than enough misinformation out here right now. And what do I mean when I say that? Going back to Jonathan Majors. How many of us seen the video footage of Jonathan Majors with Grace Jabbar? How many of us have seen it? How many of us have seen it? How many of us know what the charges were he was found guilty of? How many of us know the legal terminology, know what that comes out to? See, this is when I say united voices are louder voices. How many of us know? Because all of us can't articulate it. All of us not going to be able to break it down. How many of us? It's still people out here saying he beat her ass. It's still people saying he physically assaulted her. And they take to their social media pages and they drag that damn dude. Every damn opportunity they get. And they go, and let me say it like this. Not the YouTubers' names who I mentioned, because I know what we doing. I know. I be over there. But I know ain't none of us got the platform that those other characters got. And they go right up under those other folks' platform, those other social media platforms, and they get to talk loose about our black actors and our black characters all day, every day, twice on Sunday. You can go to these people's pages, and whether it's Instagram, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, that racial microaggression sits right there. And those folks don't check them. They might put a heart on there, if anything, as far as acknowledging the comment, but they won't check them. You know who that's left up to check them? The names that I mentioned. The names that I mentioned. It's on us. See, nobody's going to care about Monica Rambeau if we don't. And when I say Monica Rambeau, all of Monica Rambeau. Nobody's inclined to care about Monica Rambeau if we don't. And it's not just Monica Rambeau when you say that. It's Maria Rambeau. It's Frank Rambeau. It's Brother Voodoo. Everybody that's in Monica's circle. Everybody that's in Monica's circle. Nobody's inclined to care about that character like we do. And if we don't own that character, we're losing out on all those other supplemental characters. It's no different than with T'Challa. They don't have to care about T'Challa, and you're going to deal with the microaggressions all day, every day. We go back to Dumbledore. Dumbledore was created in 1997. And you have people that will argue vehemently for Dumbledore and make you feel insignificant because of who you are and the character that you're talking about. Well, everybody who's fighting for Jonathan Majors don't know when Dumbledore was created. Everybody who's fighting for Jonathan Majors, who's fighting for black representation, who's fighting for black imagery, is not going to be able to hit every point, or some points. They're going to miss some points. Some points that other people who believe in black representation, black imagery will hit. It's called a movement for a reason. It's called a movement for a reason. But do you sit up and do you let your disagreement amongst yourselves hinder the movement? Shout out to you, Cornelius. Or do you sit up and say, nah, the movement means more? You got the microaggressions. They're going to tell you why you're wrong. And it's going to be based either because they're either entitled, and I'm using a code, I'm speaking code. They're either entitled or they're suffering from cognitive dissonance. And yes, I'm still speaking code. I'm being nice. So with the fake concern, I got a question. Because now, if you really don't give two damns, why you acting like it? Now that speaks to quite a few demographics. If you don't give two damns about Shorty, why you acting like it? If Shorty is all that in a bag of chips, why you not acting like it? If black female representation is all that, and you feel that black men are keeping you down, or that any other demographic is keeping you down, why you not acting like it? Where's your investment? Where's your education to the masses for why these groups matter? I ain't heard one anti-recaster educate anybody yet on Shorty or Queen Marunda. In regards to people feeling bad, anti-recasters being mad that Angela Bassett, the character she portrayed, Queen Mother Ramunda, being killed off, I ain't heard one ever say she's still alive in the comics. I ain't heard that. She played major roles, honestly. Deadliest of the Species, Power, Doom War, the Intergalactic Empire, Ta-Nehisi Coates run. Yeah. But I never hear anti-recaster talk about it. So where is this outrage coming from? Where's this fake concern? I ain't heard one yet talk to me about Roxane Gay's book. I don't even hear, watch this. I don't hear nobody complaining about, when we say recast T'Challa, I don't hear nobody complaining about how Anika and Ayo got treated in the second Black Panther movie. Nobody. So where is fake outrage coming from? What we doing? I've not heard one person yet tell any female why they should love Shorty. Well, not an anti-recaster anyway. I haven't. I haven't seen, read, heard, not one anti-recaster even be able to speak on who Shorty is right now. And I mean in 2023, 2024, not one bit. I don't see no pictures. I would see an anti-recaster who got something to say about Shorty be a soccer fan. I would see an anti-recaster be a Batman fan. I will see an anti-recaster be a wrestling fan. I will see an anti-recaster be an anime fan. I will. I ain't talked, engaged, came across an anti-recaster yet that's got Shorty even in their profile pic, let alone any information on their page about Shorty, the Dora Milaje, Queen Mother Ramunda, the Honda, nothing. And if they ain't got that, then you know damn good and well they ain't got nothing about Inyami. So what the hell is we talking about? Because I know when we talk about T'Challa, getting T'Challa recast actually allows us to get all of it. Because the folks that's only giving you part of it don't care about none of it. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like I'm just keeping it right there. Captain Carter was made the star of What If because Carol Danvers too bomb. And didn't have to. I'm just gonna say that Captain Marvel did not have to bomb. I know why it did. It didn't have to do that, but the average human being ain't stupid. The average, typical, everyday human being is not stupid and doesn't like to be pandered to. They don't. And that's you're gonna keep doing, you're gonna keep shooting yourself in your foot. I can't do nothing with it. So, and that's why your confusion matters. That's the last, not the last topic, but that's why consistency matters more now so than ever. Because the message needs to be consistent. The message needs to be consistent. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Black representation and Black imagery, right? That's why we want the T'Challa recast. Okay, that message has to be consistent. That message has to be consistent, and we have to own it. That message has to be consistent, and we have to own it. We have to know what Black representation and Black imagery really is. What it signifies. What is it? What is Black representation? What is it? I didn't read enough. I didn't seen enough. I know by now, damn near, like I said, everybody's name that I dropped is bothered. Everybody's name that I dropped is bothered. So what is it? What's Black imagery? What's Black representation? Are we drawing the line in the sand and saying, no, that's bullshit. We're not gonna support that. That's BS. We're not gonna support that. Okay, I get it. If we're sitting up here saying, well, we want to support all of these Black characters and everything like that, okay, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know how we do that? We highlight these Black characters on our various channels. The Black characters that nobody knows anything about, or seldom do they know anything about, or they know little to nothing about. We highlight those Black characters. In highlighting those Black characters, we make it so those Black characters become known. Somebody will ask, well, who is this person? When did they show up? Now, hopefully we can start, well, because there's a method to my madness. Now we can start getting Black actors and actresses engaged. Oh, I didn't know anything about that character. Yeah, that character sitting right there. Okay, you can actually play that character, and you play that character just like Chadwick Boseman played T'Challa. You play that character, we coming. Because we spend money. We 1.3 billion. Don't sleep on it. We spend money. So you play that character, we coming. We coming. We coming. And just get the character close. Close. Because we know for whatever reason, they're not going to let you get it 100% like you're supposed to. Just get the character close. We coming. Don't take liberty with the source material. Get the character close. We coming. 1.3 billion. 1.3 billion. How many people sat up there? I think that was Black Comic Lords. They have the DC this year Crisis, 3 episodes of it. Somebody saw Amazing Man in them. I think with Black Comic Lord said, "Is that Amazing Man?" I said, "Yep." Now, what does that do for the black comic book fan? We've been reading comic books for a minute now. We're like, "Is that Amazing Man?" Oh man, I'm in it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know this may sound far-fetched, but if you put Amazing Man in Black Adam for no reason whatsoever, let me just put it to you like this. If you put Amazing Man in Black Adam for no reason whatsoever to go along with Aldous Hodge, I told y'all what the movie theater looked like when I went to go see Red Tails. I told you how it touched my spirit to see so many people that did not look like me watching that movie, that were old enough to be, if not my father, my grandfather. Like that touched me. Opening day. Movie came out 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the first showing. I was there. I was honored to be amongst so many veterans. And some of them came in their uniforms. Some of them wore their covers. I was honored. That's why I don't really get caught up in this whole race thing. I done seen some stuff where you can see people that don't look like you showing their appreciation, respect, and admiration for you in ways you would have never thought was possible. I can say I've seen that in my lifetime. Those would be the same people showing up to see a live action version of Amazing Man. I said all that to say. T'Challa should be bringing out new skills out the ass because he has knowledge from all other BPs. There are BPs who almost exclusively use magic. When last has T'Challa used magic in battle? I think it's going to be coming up. Let Eve have her way. I think it's going to be coming up real soon. But no, those are great questions. You take out T'Challa, you take out damn near the whole Panther tree. Now, who cares about that? The Black Panther fan. You don't necessarily know that if you're not really rocking with that. But how you finna talk about T'Chaka and you ain't finna talk about T'Challa? How you finna talk about Azuri, T'Challa, I'm gonna say T'Chaka, and Sion? You can't act like T'Challa wasn't there. And right now, since so many people want to talk about when can a white person sit on the throne, well, hell, Black Panther fans been asking for the longest. Where the hell is Hunter? Where's Hunter? Bucky's not the white wolf. Where's Hunter? That's a white dude. That's a white dude. Also, Horatio Walters, that's a white dude. He gay, but he white. Black Panther fans, comic book fans, been asking for that dude too. So when we talk about white characters, don't get it twisted thinking that recast T'Challa don't want the white characters to show up. No, there's actually one right there. You talk about sitting on the throne, you don't want him on the throne. You want him on the throne. He's waging war with the whole entire world. And he's not coming to the aid of folks that look like him. He's not. I'm just going to just say that right now. He's not. That character get portrayed on screen the way that character's supposed to. He's killing Claw. He's killing Zemo. He don't care if cameras are rolling. And if you like John Walker and what he represents, you're going to be pissed at Hunter because he's going to do the exact same damn thing Hunter did. It's just going to be for a completely whole different reason. And you're going to feel some type of way. You're going to feel some type of way with that teenager kissing the hand of his uncle. Say what? You would feel some type of way about that teenager, white male teenager, the visual aesthetic on screen. You're not able to deal with him bending a knee and kissing the ring of his black uncle. I know it. You know it. Marvel knows it. You're not ready for that. You say you want one. No, you don't. What you want is you want for Hunter to be Tarzan. That's not how that's going to play out. That's what you want. You want him to be Tarzan. That's not how that's gonna play out. It's not. He's not gonna like you. And low key, he's not gonna have an issue with his brother. If that's what you were looking for. He would mourn the death of his brother. As a matter of fact, he probably gonna tear in the shorty's ass, because why wasn't she able to save his brother? Because at the end of the day, the only person who's supposed to be responsible for his brother's death is him. And that's only because his brother won't run the country the way his black father did. So when you say you want a white person to sit on the throne of Wakanda, you keep putting up those pictures of your favorite white actor and everything like that. Yeah, you can get that. You're not going to like how he going to act on screen. He going to speak Wakandan, i.e. Xhosa or Swahili. That's what you're going to get. You keep putting Ryan Gosling up there, you wouldn't like Ryan Gosling as Hunter. It would be now that would be a nice role for him to play, but you're not ready for that. Low key, Ryan Gosling get Hunter right, that's an Academy Award winning performance, but you're not ready for that though. Everett Ross was Black Panther. Remember, T'Challa made him Regent in that one story. Yeah. T'Challa should be bringing out new skin. Yeah, I remember that. Whatever happened to Shadow Physics and him being King of the Dead? All they do is take away from him. Which, by the way, he's still King of the Dead. Shadow Physics is still on the table. But Juju, you sound like you read comics. You sound like you care about the imagery and the representation of Black characters. You sound like you want that scene on film where him and Reed are there and Reed acknowledges him as his intellectual peer. You sound like you want that scene where him and Reed are standing in front of Bass and Reed says, "This is my brother, and whatever happens to him happens to me." It sounds like you want a somewhat accurate portrayal of the comics. It sounds like you understand what that scene would symbolize in the modern world. A white man and a black man being equals. A white man and a black man being brothers. A white man and a black man saying that they would lay down their lives for one another. What's wrong with that image? I get to be petty. What's wrong with that image? Because that image is right there. What's wrong with that image? Can you imagine Avatar ain't never using the Avatar state? That's T'Challa right now. Oh, I don't take those pictures with white actors as Black Panther seriously. It's a joke to me. We need someone like Colin Farrell as Hunter that do brains attack. I mean, I'm just and thank you so much, Nico, for being one of those members and everything like that. Nico being on the steam, joining Kamoyo Kid as one of those fans and everything like that. Thank you so much for that. That means a lot. So yeah, when we talk about when you say you want it, I laugh. Now to your credit, Zango, I laugh because I'm like, I know that ain't what you want. I be like, I know that ain't what you say that, but you don't want him to get engrossed in the role. You don't want Ryan Gosling owning the role of Hunter. You don't. You're not gonna like Ryan Gosling after that. If you're that person who feels entitled You're not gonna like Ryan Gosling after he takes on that role. You not. You gonna feel some type of way about him. Because that's who you are on the inside. You are. So be careful what you ask for, because it might not be what you want. Woman crush. This will be something we doing this will be something that we doing. This will be something that we're doing every Wednesday. And we're not gonna start off with the usual suspects, because everybody and their mama is in love with Aurora. Everybody in love with Aurora. I'm not gonna mention Aurora. Everybody and their mama. I mean, everybody and their mama love Aurora. No, for real. Everybody. I'm so glad she got standards as a character, because if she did not have standards as a character, based on the amount of interest that she has, she could easily be Jean Grey. She could easily be Jean Grey. And I know people like, Theo, what do you know? We know Jean Grey is in a polygamous relationship. Let's stop acting like that now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I read The House of X. You read The House of X. The Moon House. The Summers House on the Moon. We know what that was. Let's stop that. Her room right there in the middle between Logan and Scott. Stop. I'm not understanding that one. I'm just gonna take a pause for the calls for a second. Be like, Theo, no. Because they put that. They put that in the comments. They put that in the comments. I would have understood if Scott would have had a room and Jean was on one side and Emma was on the other side. I would have understood. And yes, I know people, this probably is a sexist statement. I apologize, but I am a heterosexual male. Some stuff I'm just not understanding. I would have understood if it would have been a room with Scott and Jean and Madeline on one side and Emma on the other side. I would have understood if it was a room with Scott and Jean in the middle, Emma on one side, Madeline on one side, and Frenzy either at the top of the bed or at the bottom. She a queen, so we're going to say her room is at the top. I would have understood all that. I would have. As a guy who I am, heterosexual male, I would have understood all that. I did. I would have. You said, and you wrote this, so don't look at me sideways. You wrote this. It became a meme. Everybody wanted to talk about it. They even did it as an action figure set where they called it the threesome or whatever. So this ain't on me. This ain't on me. This on you. You got Jean bedroom in the middle. Scott and Logan, and the rooms connect. I don't, that's not my fantasy. Y'all remember Teddy Riley, Rex in Effect guy back in the day? It's just a fantasy, image in a magazine. I've seen her face before. Her body walk out of my door. Hey, it's just a fantasy. Pump it up. Yeah, that's not my fantasy. That's not my fantasy. It's not. That's not my idea of a good time. It ain't. I don't know. That wasn't never my thing. Like, I didn't understand that. And then, when everybody and their mama is celebrating on the island of Krakoa, I see Scott and Logan popping a beer together. Well, what y'all planning on doing on that night? Like, Theo, where is this going? My woman crush Wednesday is Vixen. My woman crush Wednesday is Vixen. I like Vixen and everything like that. I don't think we've talked about Marie McCabe enough and everything like that. I don't think that we've talked enough about the Tantu totem, the fact that it is a totem. I don't think that we've talked enough about the fact that she's directly related to Anansi. No, I do not think we've talked about that enough. We're going to talk about it this evening. Not only are we going to talk about Vixen, Q&A period, and everything like that, we also going to talk about it's my show. It's my show. It's my show. My show. Just like I picked the hero, I'm picking the fan cast. Vixen. Do y'all know how long she been around? 1981. Diabolical Lord, or Logan and Scott should have just made a schedule with Gene, had auto payment of that $40 come out of the, I mean, damn, that's it, 40? Damn. Yeah, Rump Shaker was the song. All I want to do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom, and shake your up. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3. Check, baby, 1, 2. Check, baby, 1. It's called the Rump Shaker. Boy, look. They're like, Theo, damn, you went back, didn't you? I told you I don't really forget stuff. Marie old looks were dreadful. They were. You remember. Yeah, that was horrible. That was more Catwoman-ish. It was. That was absolutely horrible. So yeah, she made her appearance in Action Comics, issue 521, 1981, July 1981. But we've seen her go through some different iterations. Those of you who aren't familiar with her in the comics, Justice League International and everything, at one point in time, she had like the Wolverine hairstyle with beads in the back of it and everything like that. That was when she was with Justice League International. But some of you remember her from her spin in the Arrowverse when she was on, what do I want to call that show? I almost want to call it The Losers, but I know that's not. Vixen and Bronze Tiger was a real nice couple. I didn't know I needed. Exactly. 40 is good because Emma would have did it for free. Stick your hand out. Stick your hand out, bro. Stick your hand out. Hit yourself on your hand. Going on over there in the timeout. You. But no, Marie McCabe. Speaking of totems. Speaking of totems, right? So this would have been something that would have been passed down her family tree. Right. So she does have an uncle. Her uncle is actually a villain. Her uncle is actually a villain. No. You ain't got to make him a villain. No, her uncle is actually a bad guy. So you got that, right? Okay, cool. So she actually get into a physical altercation with her uncle. So you ain't got to make that up. No, that happened. That happened. Nevertheless, though, Marie McCabe, Vixen, I think would be great live action. I know we would have to use some special effects. Y'all remember seeing her in the damn. What was the name of that group? Legends of Tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Legends of Tomorrow. So she was on that. And while I can say I think she was played by 2 different actresses, I'm not mistaken, I think we missed out on some things. So who would I cast as Vixen? Well, it's gonna mess some stuff up because I talked about her guy, Jonathan Majors. Hey, DC, John Stewart, Jonathan Majors, John Stewart, Jonathan Majors, John Stewart. That's money. We coming. 1.3 billion. Jonathan Majors, John Stewart, Chris Williams, Black Lightning. Bring back that whole damn cast. Thunder and Lightning. Bring them back. 1.3 billion. We coming. We got the brother, the wife, the brother-in-law, wife, brother. You got something there. Okay. Making good. Making good. No. Tiana Taylor. No. Madam Slay. Tiana Taylor can go over there with Madam Slay. Going on over there with Madam Slay. Put that leopard print leotard on and everything like that. Go on over there. I want to see you with some big ass cats any damn way. I do. Go on over there. And then you can dance. You can do a nice little belly dance. I think that'd be a nice little hypnotic element to Madam Slay. Going on over there. The chick, no, she already playing somebody. She need to stay right there where she at. She is Monica Rambeau. She good with Monica Rambeau. Let her stay right there. Monica Rambeau. We need more stories with Monica Rambeau, not less stories with Monica Rambeau. We need to flesh out the character so Tiana Parrish can get that loan check and everything like that. So she already got a character. I'm supporting that one right there. Oh yeah, I'm supporting the chick from I'm checking that one right there. So no, yeah. So not Tiana Parrish, but Tiana Taylor, Madam Slay. That's a Black Panther villain. See how I just did that? That's a Black Panther villain. But Vixen, Megan Good. Megan Good. What's going on, Grand Madam? What's going on? Megan Good for Vixen. And I would like to see Megan Good, because I saw Natalie Portman do this, right? Natalie Portman. I would like to see what Megan Good looked like, yoked up a little bit. And since she got to do this in the gym. She got to do. Jonathan, can you send me that workout program? I'm trying to get like you. This is more shirt than anything else. But if you could send me that workout program, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I can see that playful attitude. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let me get Megan Good. Let me get Megan Good. Because we done with Shazam, right? We Fury of the Gods, we didn't kill that universe gone, right? Vixen. And Megan Good, because she's been on both the big screen and the small screen, would be able to play that character regardless of where you put that character at. Vixen is a flirt. Megan Good was in Shazam too. Absolutely. But that universe dead. That universe dead. And since they recast actors all the time to play different roles, she can play this role as Vixen. Vixen, go ahead and let me get a cartoon with her as Vixen and everything like that. I believe that action figure would look nice, because that's another form of Black imagery, Black representation. And to my knowledge, we don't have that many Vixen action figures, right? I had one. I just bought it just to get the head sculpt. Now I'm feeling some type of way like I might need to get, because it was actually a nice looking action figure. It was. But yes. So Megan Good. And so every Wednesday, I will be doing, this will be a segment of the show. Every Wednesday, I will be doing a surprise Women Crush Wednesday, where I'm talking about a Black female superhero, by and large, we don't talk about, and what actress could possibly bring her to light. Most bought by brother. Yeah, the reason why I say that, the reason why I talk about that, if we're talking about Black imagery and we're talking about Black representation, and we think about how I started this show this evening, right? Where you look at these high profile Black actors and actresses, their status, the reason, whether we like it or not, is why people keep identifying Chadwick Boseman with T'Challa, is because they knew that they don't want to say it. They didn't know anything about T'Challa. T'Challa was not that guy until Chadwick Boseman breathed life into him. That's their fault. They're not owning it. They're not acknowledging it for what it is. We knew T'Challa before then, but what Chadwick Boseman did for the status of T'Challa in elevating that character, that's what these other Black actors and actresses can do for other Black characters. They're just not playing them. If they don't play them, they're elevating somebody else. And that does nothing for Black imagery. That does nothing for Black representation. Coming soon, Jonathan Major workout video. Lots of work. Listen, I need that. Will she fight Giganta? They dress the same. Now, I don't think Giganta want that smoke, because the way Marie's powers operate right now, she's taking on the abilities of any animal in the anamorphic thing. So I don't think Giganta want that smoke. I don't. I don't think she want that. I want Wesley back. Add Blade. What's going on, Big Ronnie? What's going on? Sherman Smith. I definitely want Kevin Feige involved in superhero. 14 out of 15 years Marvel success so far. I also want James Gunn on the DC side. Super successful in this field. Okay, now, Mr. Sherman, you want Kevin Feige involved. 14, 15 years. I get that. Now, this is when I'm finna sit up here and ask, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Phase 1, no problem. Phase 2, no problem. Phase 3. Phase 4. Now, I'm a football fan. At some point in time, Chuck Noll had to go. Steelers had won 4 Super Bowls. They had. Chuck had to go. I don't too much care for the Dallas Cowboys, but Tom Landry was a great football coach. Got to a point. He had to go. I think somebody said it's where you get a negative return on your investment. You start to get a negative return on your investment. Sometimes you just outstay your welcome. I get what you're saying. And I'm not that person that's going to sit up here and act like he didn't do some great things. But the New England Patriots ain't scaring nobody right now. They ain't beating nobody right now. Right? Okay, well, the Cleveland Cavaliers don't terrorize nobody right now. They ain't scaring nobody right now. They not. And we ain't really looking at the Lakers like that. I could do this all day. I'm a huge Yankee fan, but ain't nobody really checking for the Yankees like that. It come a point in time where we can want the best for ourselves and for the businesses that we find ourselves in. But there's a time when time can pass you by. If you don't evolve, you don't adjust with the times, as the dinosaurs didn't do, you get passed on. So I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Vixen took on the powers of Superman. Well, yep, she did. Be right back. Bidding on Black Panther 7 on the page. So I get what you're saying. I do. I'm not the person that don't sit back and watch stuff. And I ain't got no favorites to play this and everything like that. No, I live, I breathe. So I see what's going on. I'm Valiant, shout out to Valiant, Renegade, and everything like that. Them finances ain't been coming back like they supposed to for the past two phases. So anybody, I ain't saying, I'm just saying. But I think that's about our time. We about up out of here and everything like that. Like I said, y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you joined me this evening. Thank y'all so much for that and everything like that. We're going to come back with y'all with some more comic book related content, not just going to be commentary. You see, we got the comic book reviews coming back up and everything like that. So make sure you got your notifications on. My brother D-Real will be coming to y'all tomorrow with another one of those other ones, as he likes to say. So y'all can be picking up what a brother is shoveling, edutainment this thing. Brother, congratulations once again to reaching 500. Happy New Year. Stay safe. I want us to maneuver through 2024 safely so we can come back and do this again in 2025. Also, let me do this. People like to shout out those that they've lost in their respective communities. And I know we shouted out artists that we've lost, whether they be actors, whether they be actresses, things of that nature, R&B, things of that nature. In YouTube, we lost Curtis, Skip and Tosh. He did not make it to 2024. Similarly afflicted as Chadwick Boseman. Father of two. Watch what you say about Recast T'Challa, because he was a father of 2 daughters. Single man raising 2 daughters. Good dude. Good dude. Let's remember what's important, what truly matters as we continue to navigate this thing that we call life. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, listen, it has been my pleasure. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me and everything like that. I did not know this. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. He passed away early this year. It hurt. It hurt in many ways because I have an issue. Somebody older than me passes, that reminds me of my mortality, my own mortality. Somebody passing before me that's younger than me, I have a problem with that. I don't like that. It makes me feel some type of way. Felt the same way about Aaliyah. Felt the same way about Left Eye. Something to be said about that. But anyway, that's my time. Click, like, share, subscribe. Happy New Year to y'all and everything like that. More comic book news. On our way to 900. We're going to keep making it do what it do. We're going to keep dropping this content. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'm going to come back and rock with you. And remember, don't get caught up on the small stuff. Rock with those that rock with you. What I said earlier, we got something we got to handle. We see what's going on. The message is what the message is. United voices are louder voices. Just like they're coming together to drag us, just like they're coming together to misrepresent us. As I look around and I survey the field, it's on us to correct that. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.